Hi friends. Today I'm at kind of the lower end of the Massanutten Mountains. Virginia, where I live, is such a beautiful state, but really the crown jewel for me is the Shenandoah Valley. And in the Shenandoah Valley we have this wonderful mountain range that runs right down the center. It's kind of positioned between the Blue Ridge on one side and the rest of the Appalachians on the other, and then right in the center of the valley is this really wonderful mountain range. It's great for recreation and hiking, and I've spent a large part of my life in this area. And today I'm at the southern end of that at the Massanutten Resort. There's a ski resort here, there's all kinds of family activities here, but one other thing that's here is the Artisan's Gallery, and that's where I am today, here to do a book signing. This is a wonderful little, it started out as a hunting cottage, and now it's turned into a combination of gallery and gift shop and wine cellar, actually. So you can buy art, you can buy gifts, you can make art, you can drink wine, you can even buy from a farmer's market here that they have on Saturday mornings. But the big thing today, at least for me, is my book signing. So let's go inside. All right, so I'm all set up here at the Artisan's Gallery in Massanutten. I've got my books, and you guys have heard me say this over and over again, but I just can't say it enough. I love great spaces, and I love big, large, open spaces, and I really love nice, cozy, homey, warm, inviting spaces. And this entire shop is nothing but that. So, you know, cozy read in a cozy space. But let me show you around, because I was just so impressed when I walked in here, and I want to introduce you to a couple of friends that I've already met. This is Sherry of Sherry's Yum Yums. You might have noticed behind me when we first came in the door that there was that banner out there, Sherry's Yum. Well, this is the Sherry. And so Sherry, you set up here every Saturday.
Every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Tell us a little bit about your Yum Yums.
I have a commercial kitchen in my basement that's been inspected by the government, and everything is made from scratch and made very fresh. I don't freeze anything. And I actually attended culinary school, so I am a trained pastry chef.
And you've got the coat to prove it.
Yes, I do have the coat, and I prefer using my first name instead of my last because I just think it's more personal. But I have lots of repeat customers, getting out there. Everybody loves my sourdough bread and my cinnamon rolls. So, but you have to come early, because I sell out.
You sell out.
Yeah.
Hear that? Come early, because she sells out. Make the pilgrimage to the resort, to Artisan Galleries, to this room, and find Sherry and find her goodies, because today we've got, is that pecan?
Maple bourbon pecan pie.
Oh my gosh, maple bourbon pecan pie. What else do you have? Sourdough bread.
Sourdough bread that's made fresh. I have an oven that injects steam for the first 2 seconds, so you get that nice chewy crust, but that really, really soft interior.
Oh
so
wow.
It's amazing.
I'm going to die sitting across
Yes.
from you. Well, Sherry, thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
And wow, what a treasure we've discovered in you.
Well, thank you.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Okay, so then we go this way, and we meet Diane. Wasn't quite expecting us to sneak up behind her. So Diane, you're one of the proprietors of the shop here.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
Let's see, I guess we're into our 4th year here.
Oh, great.
I've been hanging out for 4 years.
Well, this is the spot to hang out.
Yes.
I heard you tell a customer as they came in just a little bit ago that you've discovered the treasure of Massanutten Resort when they walked in here. I don't think you said it exactly that way, but
We're the best kept secret on the
best kept
mountain.
secret. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Best kept secret on the mountain. You heard it here, and you were telling me a little bit about the history because this is a cabin that pre-existed the shop. Can you tell us a little bit about its
Well,
history?
it was Mr. Hopkins' cabin, and he owned all of Massanutten Mountain late 1800s. This was originally not on this spot, and they moved it here around 1960 or so. But this was built about 1860. You're standing in his living room right now. Back there it's a kitchen. This way was a bedroom. And actually there was a loft at one time. Once they put the electricity in, they probably sealed that off for safety reasons more than anything else. There used to be a hotel up here at the intersection of Lanier and Resort Drive. And people would actually travel by train from Washington, Richmond, Baltimore, even Philadelphia, into Harrisonburg. Mr. Hopkins sent a buggy out to pick them up, or they would come out by stagecoach. And they'd stay several weeks through the summer because cities were hot, mountains were cool. Plus, the big draw that we had was the hot springs.
Oh, so there was a hot springs here.
There were some springs, yeah. But over the years, they've dissipated, so they're here no more.
They've gone away
Mineral
from history.
water, and people thought that as they came, they would be healed.
Ah,
Healing waters.
so apparently this has always been a healing spot.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Yeah, and so the hotel burnt in about 1925, and then Mr. Hopkins started selling off parts of the property. And if you look at the fireplace in the
Let's take a look at the
1930s or so,
fireplace.
he would do a lot of traveling, and wherever he went, he would pick up rocks and things, bring them back and embed them in the fireplace. Stuff on both sides, places on both sides. Pikes Peak, Petrified
Well,
Forest.
I've noticed Pikes Peak. I didn't live too far from there at one point in my childhood. Painted Desert. I used to live very close to the Painted Desert at one point in my childhood. This is like a trip down memory lane for me.
There's petrified wood behind the.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Petrified
there?
Forest,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You can look back here.
And there's
It's really
there's
funny.
I don't wanna. I don't
Grand
wanna.
Canyon.
No, that's okay.
No, it's
See?
Oh, that's a piece of petrified wood.
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
The Gateway, Arizona.
And you know, these are government protected now, so you couldn't pick up things and bring them unless you get them for the gift shop.
So he did it back in the day.
Back in the day, just stuck them in. Yeah.
Was he allowed to do it? Probably not.
Probably
Did
not.
he care? Probably not.
He had a fireplace to build.
Yeah. So, but that's that's it. So it's a lot of history here on the mountain anyway. The whole valley's filled with history.
Wow, another great reason if you're going to come up for the water park, come up for the ski resort, definitely come up for arts and galleries, but also come up for the history
Yeah.
as well.
And the name Massanutten is a Native American word meaning kettle. And when the
Kettle.
glacier came through up here, it scooped out up at the ski slopes and it looks like a huge kettle to the Indian when he stood there and looked at it. So
Well, I noticed that all the ski slopes, they don't go down the outside of the mountain, they go down the inside into that bowl kind of
Right.
area that you were talking about,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
yeah, so
Okay, and so this is it, am I right, Laura Lee?
Lorley.
Laura Lee, I
That's
knew I was
okay.
going to get that wrong.
all
And so you guys are partners, right?
Partners in crime. She's my right-hand man. Couldn't do it without her.
So was this your brainchild to turn this hunting cabin into
Well,
this great shop?
We were so blessed to be here, and we just kind of fell into it because there was another art group here, and about 4 or so years ago, they moved out, but they had advertised a art show for the weekend of Thanksgiving. Well, they weren't here, so we called Massanutten Property Owners Association and said, "Hey, can we rent the cabin and do that?" And he said, "Well, sure." So we did, and then we stayed through the end of December, and we told him that Mr. Carter, that we really liked it and wanted to be here. And he said, "Well, give me a proposal," so we did. And they're just as happy that we're here as we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
so yeah,
It's right
brainchild,
for everybody.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. We've had other galleries in Harrisonburg, but this is just right on the beaten path, and the resort people love us, and we love them, and it's just so great because we meet people from all over the country and even all over the world.
wow.
So yeah, and we have local artists, painters and potters and wood turners. We have jewelry makers, textile art.
So now you yourself, you are an artist, correct?
I am. I do silk paintings, and I do the drawings and the photography back in the right corner of the gallery.
But rather than just keeping this to yourself, you open it up to other
Oh, absolutely.
other artists to have like almost, I guess, like a gathering place.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And people can come and get lessons here, right?
Yeah,
Is that
we
right?
do. We do teach lessons, watercolor and acrylic. We did a class last night, so we did the Painted Lady.
Oh wow,
Red
love
Lady.
it.
And we do watercolor. This is from Judith Lucci, and she's also one of the resident authors here. And she
Resident author.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So she is author of gosh, I'm gonna forget the name.
Alex.
Stefano
DeStefano.
series
Oh,
and
okay.
Michaela,
Okay, and then she paints.
and she paints.
Wow,
So,
talent. Wow.
Yeah, she's really great. She's really great. So
And
that
Laura makes those candles behind you.
oh, these soy lotion candles are amazing because these can be used as a moisturizer because it's not hot.
Oh, you just dip your hand right in.
I just
Yeah.
put my
Wow.
hand right in it. It is not hot. It's made out of soy wax,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
soybean oil,
Doesn't
or
burn at all.
fragrance. Yep.
Oh,
So then you rub it in. This
It
is
smells
Holiday
good.
House. We have about 20 fragrances.
And it's not greasy.
No, it's not greasy. It burns at a low temperature. So
Now-
it's just amazing.
you told me something else about these candles earlier. What did you tell me about this being compared to
Oh,
a man?
My man cave.
Your man cave?
Yeah, I have found the perfect man. He smells good.
He does.
He sits on the shelf. He lights up the room. Keeps his mouth shut and we don't feed him.
And you don't have to feed him. The perfect man.
So we do a percentage of the sales of Simply Bare scents that goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So
Oh.
yeah, that's close to our heart. And we have just other handmade things. We have jams and of course our baker, Diane. She can't bake her cookies fast enough. And they fly out of here. And then we have Cave Ridge Vineyards, so we taste their wines. And that's pretty amazing.
In the wine
The
room.
wine room.
And if you come on into the kitchen anyway, I may as well show you this. We've actually left one of the original pegs exposed so you can see how they put these cabins together.
Oh, neat.
You'd have 5 or 6
That's
strong, tall men.
that is a wooden peg or
Wooden peg.
a wooden peg. Is,
They bore a hole and then just pound that in there.
wow.
And one of the original doors behind you.
This one right here.
Now we've added the room back there because we had to have a place for storage. Of course, we put a bathroom in. You know, we ladies don't do that tree thing. But this is our wine room.
That bar can tell a lot of stories.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because this cabin stood empty for several years, and Mr. Hopkins' teenage sons and their friends came here and just
Hung out.
hooped it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
this was the what's the B-52 song? This was the Love
Oh,
Shack.
party! Oh, the Love Shack. Gosh, I hope not. I don't want to envision that, but yeah,
Not
that's
that.
a party place.
You might have to edit some of this.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
So yeah, this is the good tasting room. So.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Art, gifts, lessons,
Mm-hmm.
wine.
Yep.
You
Got
guys
it
have
all.
got it all.
Yeah, and we love being here.
So, if you're in Virginia, check out the Shenandoah Valley, check out the Massanuttons, check out the resort, but do not leave without checking out Artisan Galleries in Massanutten. I'm going to go back, sit at my table, and hopefully sell a book or two. Thanks, friends.